everybody is doing well. Please take a moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know how it's going and if there's anything you want to talk about when it comes to Freemasonry, positive, negative, or neutral. We have one more live stream scheduled for tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then we are switching over, and on Friday, the 29th at 1 p.m., we are going to be doing a live stream on my personal channel with Smokey the Clown. It's going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait to hang out with him. In the meantime, we are still posting shorts featuring our favorite Masonic items, what they mean to us, and why we love them. So check those out. Hit the like and subscribe button. We got some hearts. I think that must mean Smokey the Clown is in the building. If that is the case, welcome. If it's somebody else, thank you for hitting the hearts. Not enough people are doing that, so thank you so much. By the way, to anybody who might be watching this who is from my own channel, from my own lodge or lodges, be prepared. You're going to be getting some emails in the next couple of days, which I hope you will check out. It's actually stuff from our district deputy grand master, which is very important. So please be on the lookout for that. And also a little bit of, actually, this might be something I want to talk about tomorrow, a little bit of Masonic advice for anybody out there. Do not forget to, do not forget to every now and then check your spam folders. One of the biggest issues or mistakes that Masons are doing lately, I've noticed, is they are not taking the time to check their spam folders. Unfortunately, a lot of mail ends up, a lot of Masonic mail from secretaries, from Grand Lodges, whatever it might be, ends up going there by mistake. So just a little heads up, a little warning for all who may be interested. But I hope that you guys are all doing well. Thank you, Smokey, for being here. Less than 1 day to go. Actually, let me deal with this now, finally. Give me 1 second. And we're just going to wait to see who else joins and who else has been enjoying what you guys want to chat about. Like I said, for these streams, it's mostly me just hanging out and talking. At the 1 a.m. streams, the 1 p.m. streams, I have more specific content. Today, actually, sorry, I guess it would be today. 1 p.m., my content is going to be about Masonic email management. A few little pieces of advice that I would give to people in terms of how best to manage their emails from a Masonic perspective. Some traps I see people make, how to avoid them, how to fix them, all that good stuff. But please, for now, let's just wait and see who joins. I probably should. I mean, I'm not sure how long this cover will go for, to be honest, but we'll see. Or how long this stream will go for. But once I do want to watch your stream before our live stream together for obvious reasons. So we have something to talk about. I don't know if you even have any thoughts or any plans or anything in particular that you do want to discuss. But if you do, please let me know. Otherwise, like I said, it's just going to be us hanging out. Well, so I've got a full 24 I don't even know how long. I've got a full 24, almost 48 hours. So I got plenty of time to watch a 3-minute song. When I get the chance, before I go to sleep tonight, I do want to send you the share link just so you've got it. So let me know if you receive it. I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to 12 p.m. my time, 11 a.m. your time. It's going to be fun. I'm just going to wait to see if anybody else jumps in the chat. Fast Life Fan. Welcome. I hope you're a fan of the Fast Life. I am also a fan of the Fast Life. What I'm told is all fans of the Fast Life hit the like and subscribe button. Um, yeah, the money's going to be cool. I mean, I love seeing money from around the world. I think that's really, really cool. So I cannot wait to check that out. Um, but Fast Life, let me know how it's going and let me know if you have any questions or thoughts on Freemasonry. Positive, negative, or neutral. I'd love to hear them. Um, And like I said, hit that like and subscribe button. I am 5 subscribers away from 2,500 subs. So I'm hoping I can get there maybe this week or maybe next week. And yeah, we're just going to wait to see who jumps on the chat. It's funny, it used to be the 1 a.m. streams I got the most people, but lately it seems to be the 1 p.m. streams. According to YouTube analytics, from the audience perspective, I'm getting the most, my viewers are most likely to be online at 1 p.m. The bowling team? I will say the bowling team. I'm not sure if there's a reason. For all I know, I'm going to end up getting in trouble because the bowling team is going to be some horrible thing I don't know about. But nonetheless, the bowling team. I hope that helped. And if you have a bowling team, then I hope you are winning. All right, well, but I still said it. So I said the bowling team, so please hit that like and subscribe button. And let me know if you have any questions or thoughts on Freemasonry. I put the poll question in YouTube today, so I will put it here as well in 1 second, which is how do you wear your Masonic ring? Points in or points facing out? Nice. I just gave my cat some fresh food. So my cat is all set with the fresh food and some fresh water. I love cats. They're awesome. But they can be a little bit snooty sometimes about things. So if you were, put it that way, if you were a Freemason, how would you wear your rings? With the points in or the points out? It's interesting because the one thing I was always taught, actually, I should have made this a poll question. Shoot, I didn't think to check. All right, well, or an answer. I know some people they don't look, and what they do is however it goes on is how it goes on, so they don't actually check. We're not punching anybody. We welcome people of men of all faiths as we should. So there's no punching of anybody, Catholic or otherwise. Um, and I know many Catholic Freemasons. But how is it going, Chris? I hope that you are doing well. I hope you're having a great day. And as always, please take a moment. No worries, take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know how it's going and if there's anything that you want to talk about. These 1 a.m. streams are kind of just not Chris is just making a joke. Chris has been on the stream before, so he's not a troll. He's just making a joke. But the problem is other people will see it, and the next thing you know, they start thinking it's serious, and then that's how these things grow. And then the next thing you know, there's a new conspiracy theory that Freemasons are running around punching people of different faiths, which is simply not the case. But Let's just keep that in mind. But 4 votes, 2 points in, 2 points out. So there you go. It's been fun. It's been good times. Like I said, tomorrow I think I'm going to talk a little bit about email. I don't know what to call it precisely. Email hygiene could work, email protocols, just safe ways when it comes to your Masonic emails. Because there are some issues that can pop up if you're not being careful, which is also true, by the way, of just almost everything. Um, like it's true for work email, correspondence with friends, family. If you're not being careful with your email, it can become problematic. So, and I'm not just talking about um, uh, what's the word? I'm not just talking about like getting hacked, although that can be an issue. I'm talking about, amongst other things, the danger of just how to make your emails be noticed, how to get your emails, avoid the spam filters, how to create emails in such a way that they're going to be read. There's a challenge with that stuff, especially if you're a secretary and you have to send multiple emails, to your Masonic brethren about different topics. If you're sending 4 or 5 emails in a day with 4 or 5 different announcements, the spam filters can start to pick up. And next thing you know, that becomes a problem because now your stuff's not getting through. It's a whole thing. You just ask, right? I mean, if your concern is having a criminal record, we've talked about this before, right? You just ask. You just jump on. You just go and you just explain the situation, explain what happened, and you see um, what they say. But never let anything stop you from asking the question. It costs exactly $0 to ask if you can become a Freemason. Again, whether or not you can, based on your history, that's one of those things that you just wait and see what happens. But the actual request is for free. I mean, I do use AI in the sense of I explore what AI says about Freemasonry, because I'm very curious about what AI says about Freemasonry. Not only what it says about Freemasonry, but the drawings that it renders as it, if you give it a prompt of draw something based on the prompt Freemasonry, what it will draw, as well as what it says, if you ask it the question. So I absolutely use it for that. And I'm trying to use it to help me become a writer, uh, or write a script I'm working on, because I'm not a screenwriter by any means. If I had any screenwriters out there who wanted to turn something into a movie, please let me know, because I have this idea. I just don't know how to produce it into anything. Yeah, it was. I mean, you explain that to the lodge as well, and you see what they have to say. That's kind of the best way to do it. I mean, I think um how do I want to say this? I think overgeneralization might be one of the biggest problems that exists just within life, like in terms of logical fallacies that I see pop up most frequently. I think overgeneralization is near the top. It's a safety mechanism for a lot of people because it's very hard to it's very hard, I think, for people to take each situation in which they find themselves and kind of consider it from the ground up. It's very hard for people to do that. Um, so what they do is they take one situation, they see how it turned out, and then they assume any situation that is remotely similar will turn out the same way or have the same results. And part of that is it is easier way to think, so it saves kind of brain power where you can just go immediately to that solution. And also it's a way to keep people safe because if they had a situation occur and the results were bad, by overgeneralizing it and assuming every similar situation will have a similar outcome, uh, it's a way for them to try to keep themselves safe. The problem is, first, when you overgeneralize, you end up taking situations that are not very similar and treating them as similar, uh, which means you're closing yourself up to possibilities of better outcomes. Uh, it also means that you overgeneralize the cause and effect. So, for example, um, you trip and fall. Um, you trip and fall, and 2 days later you have a stroke. You may start to think every time you trip and fall, you're nervous that you're going to have a stroke, but you don't know for sure one caused the other, right? What you need to do is go to a doctor and find out, and also not assume that every trip and fall has the same effects. It's just a matter of, I think there are reasons why overgeneralizations occur, and they're logical, but they're also dangerous because A, when you overgeneralize by definition, you're taking situations that are not that similar and making them putting them in the same category, which means your assumptions about the solution or conclusion will be off, and you're not able to explore any new possibilities. So, yeah, if those things make sense. Yes. So Smokey says it, right? Um, you would drive yourself insane, right? And there's been many examples of that. I mean, you could argue in some ways, racism is an example of that fallacy, right? Where somebody hears something negative about a particular person, that person, let's say, is a different race, and so now they overgeneralize and they say all people of that particular race. I'm going to assume that for all of them, right? As opposed to taking each person as they come. It's just an example of bad thinking. You see that with Freemasonry. They find out somebody did something bad. They find out that person was a Freemason, so all of a sudden they assume all Freemasons are bad. It's just a dangerous way to be, a dangerous way to think, a dangerous way to act. We're just going to give it a little bit more time. We're going to see who else joins and what they want to talk about. Usually these night streams or 1 a.m. streams are lasting about an hour. So we're going to give it, like I said, about an hour. Then we're going to, like I said, if you join, please hit the like and subscribe button. I am 5 subs away from 2,500 subs. So it might be kind of fun to do a thing where you talk about the most, um, let's say, common logical fallacies I see amongst Freemasons and how we can possibly resolve them. Could be kind of interesting because there are a few Freemasons. I know I keep saying it and people kind of think it's funny, but Freemasons are human beings. So if there exists a logical fallacy that a human can suffer from, Freemasons can also suffer from them. That is absolutely the case. It's a good way to put it. right? Now, that doesn't mean that you ignore the bad apple or you pretend the bad apple doesn't exist, because the danger of doing that is bad apples. If it's one bad apple, let's say in a bushel, the whatever is causing the apple to be rotten will start to cause the other fruits to be rotten as well. So you need to deal with it, but you don't assume that the entire bushel is bad. You deal with the one bad apple as quickly as you can to resolve the problem. Let's give it another few minutes. Let's see who joins. Please, as always, hit that like and subscribe button. By the way, I've been seeing some exciting things. I just saw a trailer for The Pitt Season 2. The Pitt was one of my favorite TV shows of last year. It's coming back January 2026, which I'm beyond excited for. Also, I got the Global TV app, which I'm excited about because it means I can watch the entirety of The Good Witch, which is one of my favorite TV shows. I love lighthearted stuff like that. They posted a clip from The Long Walk, so that's cool. A lot of good stuff online right now that I'm really happy about. Haven't heard of Wait with Kevin James, but Kevin James is a good actor. I think Kevin James was kind of underappreciated for a lot of years for his acting talents. So I enjoy his stuff. He's also a really good professional fighter, an MMA fighter. So that should be really cool to, I don't know. So what's Wait about? Oh my gosh, we got the first movie review for The Long Walk. I did not know that they were already showing it. I'm genuinely kind of curious about what the reviews are going to be, because I mean they can't spoil the movie for me. I've already seen it. I've already read the book, I should say.
2025.
Oops, there we go. So I mean, I'm not worried about the spoilers, so I'm going to check out some of these reviews when they come out. Oh yeah, I was going to say the Pit stars Noah Wiley, who most famous or most well known for ER, although he was also really great in Leverage Redemption. One of my kind of the things I found kind of sad about, not sad is the right word, but annoyed with, is The Pit came out and everybody was interviewing Noah Wiley about The Pit, and nobody interviewed him about Leverage Redemption season 3, which was out at the same time and which was genuinely one of the better. Was, in my opinion, it was not just one of the best seasons of Leverage Redemption, but it was one of the best seasons of Leverage altogether, if you include both the original series and Redemption. So I've not seen the new Dexter. I've never actually seen even the old Dexter. That's one of those areas where I'm kind of embarrassingly behind the times. I've never seen Dexter, either the OG or the renewal, so I have zero idea anything about. I know it's about a serial killer who is also like a police officer. I think I could be wrong, but from what I understand, the basic premise is he knew he would not be able to control his actions, so he decided to become a police officer and then be a serial killer of serial killers, I think, is the idea. I've never seen K-pop Demon Hunters either. By the way, welcome. If you're just joining us, take a moment, hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know how it's going and if there is anything you guys want to talk about, positive, negative, or neutral. Um, I'd really love to hear it. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you guys are doing well. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. I guess I can kind of understand the logic behind that, although I prefer we just have no killing at all. Devin Blake. Well, Devin, I hope you'll hit the like and subscribe button, although I'm going to have to disappoint you. I try not to make bigoted comments about anyone, evangelical or otherwise. Freemasonry welcomes men, and just people, I should say, but welcomes men of all, who believe in a supreme being. So they could be evangelical, which to my understanding, I could be wrong, but evangelical means Christian, I believe. They could be Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, Muslim, First Nations, Sikh, Hindu. They could be just believe in supreme being, but not have a particular religious faith. So, oh my God, I'm trying to think because it feels like there's been so many shows and we're here in August. So I loved The Pit season 1. I loved The Bear season. Well, I loved The Bear season 3, but I loved The Bear season 4, which came out this year. Season 4, episode 7. It's one of my favorite episodes of television ever. I thought it was incredible. I loved Leverage Redemption season 3. I thought that was an amazing season. And then on top of that, I've had not a million, but a lot of must-watch movies. There was I Know He Did Last Summer. There was Final Destination Bloodlines. There is upcoming The Long Walk. There is Him. So a bunch. Until Dawn. It's been a good year for horror. Never seen The Terminal List. I'm not sure to what it refers, but I hope that it's good. And once again, Devin, I also got my Disney Plus subscription, and I was watching a lot of rewatching Angel, which is a great TV show. And when I got Paramount Plus, I rewatched Charmed from the 90s, which is another great TV show. I would say Charmed might be my favorite show. It's actually close. My favorite TV show would either be Charmed, Crossing Jordan, or Angel, or maybe Lost, but you have to count season 2 of Lost. Okay, very, very cool. Let me know, Texas, what The Terminal List. Oh, The Big Short's a great movie, all about the financial crisis. If you're talking about great movies about the financial crisis, you need to check out Margin Call. Genuinely, I think one of the best financial movies ever created. It's so, so good. I know I gotta watch True Blood. I am messing up over here not watching it. So that's on me. But I don't have time to add another vampire show. I've got Angel, I've got Buffy. Those are my vampire shows. I can't be adding new vampire shows here, you know? What do you want from me, Smokey? trying to figure out if there's a way. Where is this Fairview Park Pavilion in Illinois? Does anybody on the stream know where the Fairview Park Pavilion is? What is even this thing here? I'm trying to find, there's an event happening in Illinois. I'm debating trying to go to it because it's during Labor Day and it gives me a chance to check it out. But it's very hard because there's no information about this thing. So you're just kind of guessing this whole thing. I'm a huge fan of Buffy and Angel. Okay, so of the two, which one would you say is your favorite, Smokey? Buffy or Angel? Sorry. Do you think Buffy should have been with Spike or Buffy should have been with Angel? I'll give you my answer, by the way, if you're curious what I think. See, I've never been a big fan of action per se. To the extent I like action, it usually has to have something supernatural in it. So, for example, Buffy or Angel and the action they're in. Um, see, so here's my view on it. And by the way, I know that there's going to be many disagreements, so I'm willing to accept that. But for me, um, here's my view on it, and this is gonna be. I understand a very controversial statement for the record. I would have wanted Buffy, so I would have wanted Angel to end up with Cordelia, Spike to end up with Drusilla, and Buffy to end up with Riley. So there, take that. Yeah, I'm not afraid of anybody. It should be Buffy with Riley, Angel with Cordelia, and Spike with Drew. I would have loved if they done a thing where it turns out Drusilla was always meant to be a Slayer. When they did the thing at the end of season 7 of Buffy, or the series finale, where they activated all the potentials, it turns out that the Slayer part of Drusilla gets activated, which somehow gives her some type of soul or some version of a soul, which then clashes with her craziness, and it's up to Spike to try to turn Drusilla into some type of hero or something for good. My other major hot take is Spike was never truly a champion while he was in Sunnydale, even at the end when he helped close the Hellmouth, because everything he did was based exclusively on trying to impress Buffy or to get in Buffy's good graces, or it was done simply, even if he thought that he would never be with Buffy, he was doing it for Buffy in some way, either to impress her, to be with her, or just to protect her because he wanted to save her. He was never truly a champion until he was in Los Angeles and working with Angel and in Angel Investigations, because at that point he was doing the good things, not because he was trying to protect, save, impress, help Buffy. He was doing the good things genuinely out of a desire to help others and not as a reflection of anything he could get. So I would have loved that, Smokey. Huang Eric, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, please forgive me. Huang Eric, Masonic is another term for Freemasonry. What it means is basically Freemasonry is a civic or civil organization. It's a civil group, a social club, excuse me, And it evolved from stonemason guilds of the 15th and 16th century. So any social group or social club which has some connection historically to stonemason guilds would be considered Masonic. And the way that they interact with each other is through what's called recognition, through what's called recognition. By the way, please take a moment, hit that like and subscribe button, Huang. I would truly appreciate it. Um, I would have loved to see a Spike and Drew spinoff. I think that would be incredible. Again, I think you could have done something after the fact. So I'm kind of being a little bit hypocritical here because my normal rule when it comes to media is we don't own the media ourselves. So like fans. So if they want to bring back a show, if they want to make a sequel to a movie, whatever they want to do, if we're fans of the property, then we have a responsibility to support kind of the path it takes and the remake and the updates and the spin-offs, whatever it might be. I am concerned a little bit about the new Buffy spin-off because to me, Angel season 5 was maybe the greatest final season of any television show, and that final episode and the ending was maybe the greatest final episode and ending of any TV show. It was just, to me, it was so perfect. I've written about it and the Masonic lessons I took from those shows, actually. But it was just so perfect um, that, part of me, I like remembering Spike in that alley fighting with Angel. But by the way, if you want to learn about kind of the Masonic ideals I take from Angel, the television show, check out my Medium stories. Go to Medium and what would I type in? Thankful for the Fight. Let me just get the actual name of the story. I mean, season 1 of Buffy was great, don't get me wrong. Buffy's a good show. Like, when I was a kid growing up, and a teenager, I should say, my favorite was Buffy, then it was Angel, then Charmed was like a distant third. In 2025 and 2024, that's switched, and I'd say Charmed is my favorite by quite a bit. Charmed by quite a bit. Charmed is my favorite. Then Angel, and then Buffy. Of those three. But my favorite TV shows of all time would still be Charmed, Crossing Jordan, or Angel, or maybe season two of Lost. I'm not a big fan of all of Lost, but season 1 and season 2 are incredible. Okay, so Thankful for the Fight, that's the link. If you go Medium, Thankful for the Fight, you should be able to find it. But yeah, Huang, if you're still there, sorry I kind of got sidetracked, but yeah, ask me any questions you want about Freemasonry. Once again, what it's all about is it's a civic or civil organization that focuses on lessons and kind of moral guidance, or really just civic institutions, social clubs, social groups that have some connection to Stone Masonic guilds from the 15th century. But type in Google Medium Thankful for the Fight, and see if you can find that stuff. And follow me on Medium. It's very important that you follow me on Medium as well as everywhere else. At some point I'm gonna get around to watching it. I'm just so busy. I don't really have time for, unfortunately, a lot of these other TV shows, and I would love to. Believe me, I would love to take on more TV shows. I mean, honestly though, next on my list really is going to be The Pit season 2. They're making The Bear season 5. That I can't wait for. I don't know what is considered the best. I feel like The Body comes up a lot in talks of the best episode. For me, it'd probably be Fool for Love would be up there near the top. Um, Fool for Love is a pretty great episode. That's the one with Spike. They did a double with Spike and Angel. I mean, I love that episode also because, again, um, it what's the word I'm looking for? It's brings in Spike and Drusilla, which I think is really, really cool. So that's something I love. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool items. Why can't I figure out how to find this thing? Fairview. I've never seen Fright Night. I know that makes me a terrible person, by the way. I know that makes me a terrible, terrible person. Is it Normal, Illinois? There's a town, by the way, in Illinois called Normal. I'm not going to lie to you. I really want to go visit it. I think just being a town called Normal would be really interesting. And it'd be so easy to get to as well, relatively speaking. Take the Lincoln service there. MBIC. Hello, MBIC. How are you doing? Let me know if you have any questions on Freemasonry. Any thoughts, any comments, positive, negative, or neutral. I'd love to hear them. And let me know how your day is going. You've been on here before, right, MBIC? If not, please hit the like and subscribe button. But if you have been here before, um, then welcome back. How is your night treating you? I'm just looking up some stuff, trying to figure out if I might make it back to Illinois anytime soon. Just gonna wait to see if anyone else jumps on. I'll give it 15 more minutes, and then we'll probably be ending this stream. But thank you to everybody who has joined so far. And don't forget, MB, I see everybody watching this. We're going to be having what's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to be having an event on August 29th. Me and Smokey are going to be doing a mutual live stream on my personal channel. So I really hope you guys will check that out. Well, I mean, because I don't have Discord on my laptop is the problem. I can only get it on my cell phone. I'm streaming right now on my cell phone. So sadly, I cannot not help you out as much as I wish. Okay, hold on one second. All right. You're not going to copyright me for this, are you? Okay, let's see. Oh, another can't miss TV show, which I really should talk about, is Taskmaster. If you've not ever watched Taskmaster, you need to watch it. It's such a good TV. Okay, so I'm on your YouTube channel. Is it under live? Because what's the oh, your Discord. Okay, so what do I type in? What do I type in for the search to find the Tears Don't Fall cover? Tears Don't. That's a bullet for my Valentine, right? Tears Don't Fall, David Bales. So Tears Don't Fall cover, David Bales. This is 10 years ago. All right. Let's see. I found a Slipknot too, I see. You got the Slipknot t-shirts. There's a bunch of those, Texas. I mean, I'm sure Texas has a bunch of. I'm sure Texas has a bunch of cool historic buildings. Was it? I don't think the first Omen was a Masonic movie. I don't recall any. I mean, I should say that I haven't seen The Omen, but I never knew it had any Masonic like items therein. Hello, Henry for Henry Sanchez. I hope you're doing well. Please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know how you're doing. It's pretty good. Which one are you? Long hair or short hair? I mean, the camera's not, the microphone's not picking up the sound great. Or I guess tall or short, I could say it that way as well. Or left or right. Okay, so the Slipknot fan. You can hit those notes. I mean, you can sing better than I can, that's for sure. It is kind of funny how you're putting your hand up as though you have a microphone, which I don't think you do. But I don't think I could ever hit those notes, so it's not bad. You guys were both doing that, I noticed. At the start, because at the start you had your hands up in front of your face, and I was watching it thinking, do they have microphones? But no, you did not. But it was pretty good. Like I said, you hit some pretty decent high notes there. That what Bullet for My Valentine, I think, right? Hits as well. So I've heard of Murder by Decree. I think you told me about it. I think it was you who told me about it before, but I've never had the chance to actually see it or know anything about it. Pretty good though. Like I said, the other problem was because you didn't have microphones. I don't know how well it was picking up all of the trying to think what the word is. Like especially from the long-haired guy. Like his voice kind of didn't come through well in some cases. Oh my gosh, there's so many of those. Prisoners, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, U-Turn, I think was the name of it. Movie starring Sean Penn. Um, and that's just the three I can think of off the top of my head. Dislodged by Psych. There's a bunch of them, so. Well, I don't know if you still talk to David, but tell David to join us for our live stream. You can jump in the chat as well. 10 years ago. How does that make you feel? Time must fly. I don't know how well Courtney could hear it, but what we can always do is um, maybe jump in ourselves after. Or we can play it again, I should say, at our live stream on the 29th. I can play it from my computer just so people can hear it once again. Well, Graham, put that comment in the actual YouTube comments of the post, right? I appreciate that as well. But that's one way to do it. You know, that's a decent way to do it. How's it going, Graham, by the way? I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you'll take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe button. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Let me know if there's anything you want to talk about. Nice. I mean, I do that all the time. Not even for movies per se, but I love going into pawn shops and seeing if I can find any movies that, or not just movies per se, but anything Masonic in the pawn shop. Rings, coins, souvenirs, movies, whatever it might be. If I can see something that is somewhat Masonic, I will 100% try to find it. So, or try to buy it. The problem is sometimes if they know that you're a Freemason and therefore you would want it, they are more than likely to, shall we say, significantly increase the cost of those things. Because so you have to kind of act like Tainted. I like the Tainted Love was a good song. Um, Tainted Love, Tristan Lucas. Also 10 years ago. You were doing all these things like 10 years ago, apparently.
What's up, everyone? This is Tainted Love.
There's still 6 months left, so I don't really think anything in. What am I looking forward to? I mean, just getting back to Lodge right now. More Masonic trips, hopefully more Masonic trips. Getting back to Chicago should be really, really fun. So I mean, I think there's a lot of exciting things. But I just have the top of my head right now. I guess right now it's the softball game that's happening on the 30th. Do you play an instrument, Smokey, outside of or uh, outside of the singing? Do you play any instruments? What are the instruments that you play? You're like a walking danger. Uh, have you done any physiotherapy on your hands to maybe get them get the motor skills back? I know I've heard of some people one of the big things they have to do is play video games, which isn't such a bad thing, but they play a lot of video games to get their hands back to get the motor controls back. Oof, well, that sucks. But I mean, first of all, I'm glad that you're just alive and the tree fell on your hand, at least not, didn't fall on your head or anything. But you never know. I mean, there have been people who've managed to potentially make some recoveries 20, 30, 40 years after the fact. You must have some decent motor skills if you're able to be a cook, because being a cook, I feel like a lot of it is you have to have knife skills, you have to be able to handle a pan. I mean, I would be in danger of cutting myself if I had to cook for a large group of people. I hope everybody is doing well. By the way, if you get the moment, please don't forget, please hit that like and subscribe button. We are very close to 2,500 subs, so I'm very much hoping to get that in the next week or so. We're close. And by the way, points in is slightly ahead of points out. So that's kind of interesting. Points in, 56%. Points out, I guess, 44%. All right, we're going to give this another, let's say, another 5 minutes. We're just going to see if anybody else jumps in, and then we are going to end this stream. I'll be back 1 p.m. tomorrow. 5 minutes. We're just going to see if anybody else jumps in, and then we... Again, you say that, but you must be making something of a decent recovery, because again, if you're a oh, that's a question and a half. If you're, if you are able to work as many hours as you do, you're a cook, all that stuff is very physically demanding, at least based on everything I've seen. So the fact that it's so physically demanding and you're able to do all of those things, I think is very, very impressive. So keep up the good work. I am three subs away from 2,500. Things take time, Things take time, but it sounds like you're doing a great job. So keep up the good work. In case anyone's curious, on my channel posting, how do you hear Masonic Ring? 4 votes, 2 points in, 2 points out, and 3 comments. I'm also coming very close to getting enough watch time hours to do channel memberships, which I'm very excited for as well. So once I get those, you'll be hearing me talking a lot about those. So be prepared. No worries, Texas Freemason. And thank you. I hope that you are, like I said, doing well. Please take a moment, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know if there's anything you want to talk about. But I think I'm going to be ending this stream. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Smokey, you're going to get a message on Discord from me very, very soon. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Get yourself some sleep. All right, talk to y'all soon.